That's going. This is going. All right, almost there. Okay. All right. We are live, guys. This is Indy Talk with Jesse and Jeryn, featuring the return of Below Zero Wrestling owner Nick Stokke. How's it going, Nick?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Oh, pretty good. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Super exciting. Nick Stokke too. It's been, it was over ago now, or at 10 months at least, since we had you on the first time, and been following all your stuff and becoming a bigger fan of Below Zero. So this is really exciting to have you on again. So
Yeah. Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. So we'll let fans get in here. Hopefully get some good comments tonight. We'll be here on I'll probably mention it a couple times during the show, but big show coming up, guys. If you guys didn't know, Winter Slam, and it's gonna be a big show, and we'll get more into that so you guys can figure out the info and make the trip, or at least if it's in your area and you didn't know about it, you should definitely be there. So yeah.
Yeah, we're excited for that show. It's kind of like our WrestleMania, so we got we're only a couple weeks out, so we're pretty excited.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. All right, but actually, Jesse, I'll let you go first with the question.
All right. So what is gonna be the main event at that card?
At Winter Slam,
Yeah.
it's brother versus brother, Jack versus Bobby. It's in a match that's been in the making here for a while, and so it'll be, like we said, Jack versus Bobby in the main for the Below Zero Championship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be a big match. I know we saw the betrayal at the October show. It was the this one's for the vets show.
September.
Yeah,
Yep.
September. Oh yeah, then you had another. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, September. You guys had that. Bobby Brennan came out to what seemed like to celebrate with Jack Ledger after beating Nick Nelson, and bam, chair shot. Bobby Brennan turns heel, and now all the fans are against him. What do you think about all that? How that happened that night?
It was a crazy ending to an already great show. I mean that we had a little hiccup and had to switch venues really fast because of the weather. And the fans came out, and it was an amazing event. We had Eric Bischoff at that event, and top to bottom, every single match was really, really good. And Bobby comes out after he had his I Quit match with Joey Anderson, and he came out to essentially celebrate with Jack, and Jack turned his back and got hit with the clothesline, I believe, right away. And then as he was standing up, got hit with the chair, and the shock and awe to the fans. And I remember seeing their mom's face, and their mom and dad are sitting in the crowd, and Bobby's out for blood, essentially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was definitely a lot that happened during that event for sure. Actually, I just noticed I don't know, you were cutting out a little bit, and I think it might be my Wi-Fi. So I don't want to do it, but I might have to log out for a second and log back in with the different Wi-Fi. So I'm gonna let Jesse go for a second, and then hopefully this gets better. I don't know why it's acting up right now. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. I'll see you guys in a second. Sorry about this.
No, you're not, Jeryn.
No, I'm not.
You just want some break.
Yeah.
It's all Jeryn's fault. We'll just blame Jeryn. So Nick, do you have any plans to have Nick the Natural Nelson back on your shows, or?
Oh yeah. We have a few shows that are booked right now. He'll be back at our event. We have an event in Bismarck in March. and he'll be on that event, and we have him for a few more after that as well. Nick has been a mainstay here at BZW, and will continue to be. He's fans may not like him, but he's a really good talent. He's great inside the ring, but yeah, he gets on people's nerves now and then.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He'll be a part of BZW for a while, I'd say.
Well, that's good. So how were you able to get Ricky Morton to agree to come on in for you?
Actually, you know what? He's been great to work with. I just reached out to him, and he got back to me really quick, and we talked on the phone a few times and kind of, let him know what was going on, and said, DeLorean needs a little help, PD needs a little help, and got everyone involved. And now we're having Ricky Morton and his son, Kerry Morton, gonna put out DeLorean and PD in the big match with the Slice guys.
And that should be an interesting match. I know we had the system on last week, and he was kind of mouthing off about Ricky and saying how he's they has to beat an old man up again. And I don't know, that's gonna be a kind of tough feat, I think.
Yeah, the Ricky can still go. I just saw a match of his not too long ago. Might have even been like 2 weeks ago. Still going out there, Canadian destroyers. He's still throwing drop kicks. I mean, he's still able to go in that ring. That's not going to be any tough, easy challenge for those guys. And
No,
it'd be definitely an interesting match, especially the first time Sylvester J. Fox ever actually wrestles a match in his career. So
well, that should be interesting. So we'll just have to wait and see what the outcome will be if Sylvester will mess with Ricky Morton again.
Oh, he's always up to something.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
So what about Kyle Pro? Do you plan on bringing him into any of your shows at this time, or?
Yeah, so Kyle Pro is actually on Winter Slam. Him and Brandon Nitro will be facing off for our new championship that we unveiled towards the end of last year, our Sub-Zero championship. So him and Brandon Nitro will be wrestling for that at Winter Slam. And again, Kyle is a mainstay, someone we enjoy having around. He sprayed me in the face a few times with the water bottle, and coming out to the ring, but maybe we could get over that. But
hopefully. No, Kyle's actually a pretty good talent. I mean, I've seen him, and he's amazing at what he does.
Yeah, he's great. That match that he had with Matt Cross last year for us was amazing, and he's had a few more. Him and Rampage had a great match, and at the last event that he was on, was in a tag match versus Royal Flava, and he was tagged with Brandon Nitro, and now they're going to be tagging, or not tagging, they're going to be taking each other on here at Winter Slam, and that's going to be, again, potential match of the night, just like every other match on that card is.
All right, I think.
All right.
Jeryn's back.
I think I'm
Jeryn's back.
Yeah, it's still not the best, but I'm using a hotspot, right? My hotspots. Hopefully it'll be better, but yeah, Wi-Fi around here is not the best. So hopefully the hotspot will work and get some good stuff in. So, but yeah, it seems to be going all right so far.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. So yeah, you guys were talking about who was it again?
We're talking about Ricky Morton and the system, and Sly and Kyle Pro and Nick Nelson.
Okay. Yeah. Well, actually, since I do have these on hand, yeah, what do you guys these two guys are going to be big important factors in the show. Showing them together, we got System and Sly Fox, known as Sly's guys. If you guys don't know, so just wanted to quick show that off. What do you think about Sly's guys and what their mission is right now?
You know, they're always a thorn in my side. You know, it's whether everyone's there or just one of them is there, you know, with the system and Mac and Matthias and Sly himself. You know, they got themselves into a pickle here coming up at Winter Slam, and you know, Ricky Morton and Gary Morton and DeLorean Diggs and Petey Brown, you know, they're ready. So it's gonna be really fun. That's gonna be a really awesome match just to have the Mortons there and to see Sly in his first ever official wrestling match. So
Mhm. Yeah, definitely big stuff. Yeah, he's been involved in the business 20 plus years. He's making his wrestling debut. That's gonna be something to see for sure. But
yeah,
I don't know, knowing Sly's guys, I'm sure they got some kind of strategy. So yeah.
I'm sure that they're having their weekly meetings, daily meetings already, talking over the phone and everything. They'll be ready, you know. But Ricky Morton and those guys are they're no slouch either. So they're gonna come, and that's gonna be a fun match. It's gonna be really fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, when I first saw that Ricky Morton and Kerry Morton were coming, I was like, that's guys are coming out with a bang again for the Winter Slam and getting some good people on that show. So that's definitely really cool for sure. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm excited. We have some really fun talent on there, not just, you know, some name talent that some people have seen like on TV from past, present, all that stuff. But we have a lot of, you know, the future stars of the wrestling business with everyone that we have here in the Midwest that's going to be a part of the show as well.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely. And of course, everyone we all know and love, the Bully brand, they're gonna be at the show for the first time. How did you get in contact with Dustin and the Bully brand?
You know, I've met Dustin, or at least saw him at a couple events, and then obviously with having some of the guys on our card with Rampage especially. And so we were just talking a little bit, and you know, he's bringing in Dango, and that's gonna be a fun match. Rampage Santana versus Dirty Dango versus Joey Avalon. I mean, that's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I saw that announced, I'm like, Jesus. So yeah, it should definitely be really cool. And Rampage is definitely up to challenge for these big name stars. He's been in the ring with a couple of them now. So
Yeah.
yeah, should be and he's tag teamed with them. So
Yep.
he's becoming a big star himself. So yeah.
Yeah, he's no stranger to big matches, and you know, he's been just climbing that ladder here at BZW, and every time he steps in that ring, it seems like he's getting better and better. And I'm really excited to see where he goes and what the future holds for someone like that who's young. I mean, he's been in the business what, 2 years roughly. So
Roughly. Yeah, it's 2 years and he's already big name talent. Kids know him and love him, and he's gone to Minnesota, North Dakota, Wisconsin, and maybe a few other places, and
oh yeah,
he's had a couple WWE tryouts. So yeah, he's definitely a big part of wrestling right now. So
definitely.
yeah. Um oh yeah, talk about where people can get their below zero wrestling merchandise.
Yeah, so you
Or
can
get them.
yeah, you can go on our Facebook page or on our website right now. We do have all of our merch on there where you can just go and order it online. We have it sweatshirts, t-shirts, you know, long sleeve, short sleeve, stuff for the kids. We got a few things on there, glasses, cups. And then, you know, anytime we have an event, we always have something. We're gonna have some tumblers at this new event, at our next event. That's something new that we have. You know, so I mean, it's you always are able to get it somewhere online, but it's some more exclusive stuff sometimes at the events.
Mhm. Yeah. I remember first ever below zero wrestling event I went to was September 2021. I was like, got first time up in North Dakota, got to see if there's wrestling up here. Found one. I was like, I got to get a shirt, and yeah, I still wear it all the time. I wear it to other promotions just to see if anybody will react. So yeah, it's definitely good shirts. You guys should go buy them. So
Yeah,
yeah.
we love to get them out there, and I saw it like a week ago. Well, no, it's probably a little longer than that now, but I saw someone wearing it, someone out in public wearing one. I was like, that's pretty cool.
Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, I should keep up with Facebook here. Facebook comments right here. We got the real Drago joining in on here. He says, bring the real to below zero wrestling. Oh,
Yeah, I watched him wrestle at Wilmer Mania. I mean, I've seen stuff when I went there as a fan last year. Definitely like him. He's a big dude. We should probably be in touch with him.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's oh yeah, that's right. You were there. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I should know. Yeah. I took a picture of you and David Amatrano, and that
Oh yeah. Yep.
that was actually a good picture. I was like, I don't know. I know I was there. I was like, hey, I wanted to say goodbye to you guys, but then I was like, hey, this is a good picture. Let's take it, and seemed like a good time. So
Yeah.
yeah. And yeah, it's the quick little thing. They just announced the Wilmer Mania 4 today. So guys, go get your tickets for that April 22nd. So yeah.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun at that event last year. Like, I definitely like getting out there and just being a fan. A lot of the times, I mean, once you start promoting and we ran our own shows and everything, I mean, the way you look at wrestling sometimes changes, but it's fun to do that. I've been able to step out and get into some different events like an MAW. We went to some stuff in South Dakota, some other ones in Minnesota, like an AWF and Flagship Pro and stuff like that. And it's just fun to get out there and be a fan sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I've been I also trying to get any places as possible, and I'm always getting messages and tags, and they're like, are you going here? Here? I'm like, I wish I could, but yeah.
Hey,
So
you're all over the place.
yeah, yeah. Somehow become popular in wrestling. That's still a bewilderment in me, because I mean, I'll come wrestling fans, and then you get recognized, and you get people wearing your company shirts in public. So it's really cool for sure.
It is.
So
Yeah, it definitely is.
yeah. Jesse.
So have you gotten to sit down and talk with Bobby Brennan to ask him why he did what he did?
Face to face, no. I mean, I've definitely talked to him, but like he kind of mentioned at our shows, he wants the spotlight. He wants the money. He wants the title. He wants the recognition of being the champion.
Mhm.
And he had a rough time and lost a few matches in a row, and now it's a chance to get back on top where he was. He main evented our very first show ever, him versus the record Josh Price, and
Mhm.
he wants to be back there, and he doesn't say a lot in the locker room or
Yeah.
once the match is over, but his motives were to be back on top.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know his new theme song, new Walk to the Ring. I know he's going to become a different character person, and yeah, I think he wants that gold and the money for sure. So
Yep.
oh, actually, let me go with one of mine. Oh, oh yeah, just since it's been a while since we had you on the show. May 15th last year, it was your 1 year anniversary. Had the Wrestleversary show. Just talk about all the stuff that happened during that.
Yeah, Wrestleversary is that was a great event that we were able to have back at the sanctuary, and just having that 1 year show and knowing that, we're only a few short months away from May again. I mean, we're already in 2023, it's what, 5 months away, 4 months away, whatever it is, 5 months. And excited already. We already have some plans in the works for Wrestleversary this year. We can't give them out yet, but we're gonna have some big things. That's another staple show of ours, and that's gonna grow into something amazing as well.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. It was oh shoot, what do you call 'em? The seats right next to on the entrance ramp up there, and
Mhm.
got I mean, great view of all the matches. And what was it Goran Nikolov versus Gino Rivera. That was a cool match to see, and seeing Goran the second time 2 nights, so that was pretty cool to see that. So
Yeah,
yeah.
all the way from Australia, and him and Gino had a great match, and Gino's gonna be back, and
Mhm.
this for Winter Slam here with that title that he won that night, the AIWF Cruiserweight Championship.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And of course, System versus Jack Ledger was the main event of the night, and that was really cool being front row for that. And of course, Sly Fox and his shenanigans, but still, it's still a good match. Otherwise, I know Sly likes to just start whacking people with golf clubs, but a man unhinged for sure. But yeah,
Yes,
yeah, it was
very
really fun.
very much so.
Yeah. Oh man. But for the Winter Slam, when I saw the announcement for Gino versus Kalisto, it was a super huge announcement. But yeah, it should be a great, I mean, yeah, great cruiserweight match for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's again, that's another match that easily could steal the show, and Samurai del Sol, or formerly Kalisto, he's a phenomenal talent. He just got done over in Japan, and I think he's going back to Japan after Winter Slam as well. So he's going to be here wrestling that match, and he's going to be doing a wrestling seminar earlier on in the day. So we have a few people that are going to be coming to that, and learning, from one of the best lucha guys out there right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Jeryn, you better be doing lucha when he comes out.
Uh, I go to the seminar and start training with the lucha mask or something. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know, man. I got a big what is it? That's not what the word called. I got a you have to pay me the big bucks first before I do anything
Okay.
to risk my no. I'm actually a big name. No. Oh man. Oh, big time, you guys.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. On the other hand, Jesse, I'm sure he'd like to get in the ring with Kalisto. So.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not. I already got enough issues. I already got enough issues with Oliver Williams. What more do you need,
Oh,
Jeryn?
yeah, that's true. A referee is challenging Jesse to a match. So
Well, hey, Callisto could probably help you with that Hurricane Rana.
Hey, there we go.
there you go. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, if actually, yeah, let me pull that up. I saw you guys posted that a little bit ago. That was some big news.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't I find it now? Oh. Uh that's not it. Where'd it go? Wait, why can't I find it now? Oh. Or maybe I'm good. Okay, yeah. But yeah, the Samurai Del Sol wrestling seminar 12 to 2 at the sanctuary. If anybody wants to go up there and see what Samurai Del Sol is all about, you guys should definitely do that. So yeah.
Yeah, Lucha University. He loves doing it, and we talked with him when we got him on for the match, and it's something he brought up, and it's something that he does, and we just we don't have a ton to do with that seminar, more or less just get it out there and get people there, but he really puts it on, and I guess his seminars are amazing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's always cool when wrestlers offer their time to do a seminar and just teach what all they know and ring work and promo work and all that. So, and yeah, he's been on TV, so he knows all about TV work and wrestling and spots and all that. So, yeah,
for sure.
Jesse.
So do you still have heat with Matthias?
I'll always have heat with Matthias. Let's not. I mean, who everyone has heat with Matthias. Yeah, he just he's again just another one of those guys. Now he joins Sly's guys, and he's just always there, and he's always in he just brings heat everywhere he goes, and it's no different every time that me and him interact or see each other. So do I still? Yes. Will I probably next time I talk to you? Yes.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, Matthias. Well, I don't know if we necessarily got heat with him, but I know he's got heat with us. He claims that he says we should not invited guests on on his show during his time, and I was like, hey, it was the hackers, man. They just got through my system. I have a top-notch system. They somehow got through. I believe Bullet Bronson did, and Michael Pam, and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm working on it, but so far nothing tonight, so that's a good thing. So
it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
They know.
Hackers.
They know.
Those hackers, man, they're out there. So
yeah.
I just got it wasn't necessarily a hack, but I got apparently a fake profile of Julia Hart like this event a couple days ago. I was like, yeah, I'm doubting that. So yeah, Julia Hart with all these friends that are not even in the US. So yeah. So oh man, yeah. Shout out to the real Julia Hart, but
there you go.
Yeah.
On the very off chance that she's decided to watch this tonight.
Yeah, on the very slow off chance that she might have shout out anyways. So.
Hey, you never know.
Oh,
you never know.
I know we were like a couple days ago when we had a wrestler from Tennessee. We were just shouting off WWE wrestlers when they came up, and I was like, shout out to this guy. If they're probably not watching, but shout out anyways. Here we go. So yeah. So yeah.
I gotta say goodnight. I gotta say goodnight to my oldest one here quick. Can you say hi to everyone?
Oh, yeah.
Say hi to everyone. No? Okay.
No.
Good night.
Yeah. Kids got bedtimes.
They do, yep.
Who needs bedtime? No. I need bedtime. That's what I need. So yeah. I have past midnight, not good bedtimes. So. Oh man. But what should I go with next? We last time we had you on, we were talking about or at the time you were debuting the BZW World Championship, and now you've debuted the Sub-Zero Championship and the Tag Team Championships. How did that all come about?
Well, we've had the Sub-Zero just kind of waiting for a while. We always knew what the belt was like, and I mean, I had it sitting in my closet for a little while, just waiting for that right time, waiting to get the two right, the people for it, and no better time than one of our biggest shows of the year to bring that Sub-Zero Championship. It fits with the theme. It fits with the time of the year. And then Kyle Pro and Brandon Nitro, which are, two of the most deserving people to go up for that belt. So it was a no-brainer, and I'm a big tag team guy, and I really have wanted to, we want to grow our tag team division. And we started that last year by introducing a few more teams, and we're going to continue to do that. I mean, you can expect to see a minimum one tag team match on probably every single one of our shows. And so we brought in the Below Zero Wrestling tag team titles and made that announcement the other day that NDS, Riley Jackson, Levy Cruz versus the Crucible, Brixton Nash, and Jameson McGregor, which is, two really good tag teams. They're both, so different that they work, they mesh well, that match is going to be, that's going to be a special match as well. So.
Yeah. That's two great tag teams. One's got high flying, the other's got just ground and pound, and it should be a super interesting to see who'll become the first ever Below Zero Wrestling tag team champions. So,
yeah.
And I've seen both of them plenty of times, and I know as the same as Sly Fox, they McGregor and James, who was the other guy again? Sorry.
Brixton Nash.
Brixton Nash, that's right. I know they sometimes use their little shenanigans during matches, so hopefully we don't have any of that during the match. So
you never know.
So that's true. And speaking of tag teams, the Summit's in the comments right now says those tag titles are gorgeous, and I agree with that. They're really cool.
They turned out really well. I was really happy with it, and I know the boys at the Summit there, that they're itching to get their opportunity there, and they're definitely a team that's going to help establish our tag team division as well. And I'm excited. I love the belts. I love tag team wrestling, and like I said, it's going to be a year that we're going to try to grow that and use the teams that we have already, and then maybe add another one or two in there as well, and should be fun.
Jesse.
So how about making the match with the Summit taking on NDS?
Yeah, I don't think that they've ever actually, I don't know if they've wrestled in another promotion or not, but that's definitely a match that I could definitely see happening. I would go to the lines of, that they're going to always be towards the top. I mean, NDS right now, is that Winter Slam going for the tag titles. The Summit just came off a victory in their last match that they had at BZW. So, if certain things fall the right way, you never know. It could NDS versus the Summit could be a match that you could see up very soon.
Yeah. I don't think they faced each other.
I don't think so
it's like some other place I don't know about, but
I don't think they have.
Yeah, if you guys could comment about that, we'd like to know. I'm guessing not, but they could have. I know they might have had singles matches, I'm guessing, with the work that they've done, but it'd be a great match to see. I know Summit and Summit's been getting some good opportunities in Below Zero with facing, like we said, Brixton Nash and Jameson McGregor, and then they got to face Country Air, which that was a big dream match for them, I know. So
another tag team that we love having, and part of BZW is Country Air. They're still looking to get that first victory with us, and we for sure are going to have them back. You're fine, Lado. We have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tag teams right now. 6. It's late. I don't do math well right now, but I mean, literally, we have at any time, any of those teams could pick up a victory and be, boom, they're at the top wrestling for those tag team championships.
The Summit says bucket list opponents, so I think Yeah, I definitely like to see that for sure. So
Yeah, I was pretty sure that they hadn't yet because I knew when we talked when they wrestled Country Air, I wanted to say that they had mentioned that NDS was another team that they hadn't wrestled.
Mhm. Yeah. And just because he joined on Instagram quick, just shout out to Dorian Diggs, great wrestling, great dude for sure. So
Oh yeah.
yeah. Um oh yeah. How did the or what is it? How did the whole thing with Duluth come about and doing a show over there?
Yeah, I just got in touch with one of the guys at the shrine there. They reached out to us, and I forget if he had actually been to one of our events or just happened to run across Facebook. Um, but he reached out, and I have some friends here in Fargo that are part of the shrine, and I don't know if there's anything there or whatnot, but that ended up being a really fun event up there, and I know that it's going to be something that we definitely look forward to doing again. And the Shriners up there are awesome. They have a great venue, and Duluth is a fun place for wrestling. There's a lot of fans up there. That was the first time that we had really traveled a far distance outside of our not necessarily like where we're used to. I mean, minus an hour or so, a couple hours. So it was
Yeah.
fun. It was different. It turned out really good. I mean, another night of great matches. I mean, I know I say it all the time. I sound like a broken record probably, but we have top to bottom the great matches almost every event. Like, it's awesome. So that event was no different.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought I saw the live stream and a couple pictures of that, and yeah, it looked like a lot of cool matches, some new talent, and I know a couple wrestling friends that are mainly Minnesota based were able to make their way over there in zero for the first time, so that was super cool. So yeah.
Yeah, we got to meet a lot of new fans. Met a few people that have stayed in contact with because of that event, and we're really excited to do that again. And it's in the works, and we'll be back. Duluth was fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I know the only other promotion that runs there is Discover Pro Wrestling, and they do that once a year. So
Yep.
sure the fans were glad to get some wrestling over there for sure. So yeah. And Bullet Bronson says I took a death-defying bus ride for that show. Oh man. Yeah, he was a lot farther.
Yeah, he was on a bus in a snowstorm, if I remember right. I think he had sent me a couple pictures or a video, or I remember seeing something, but visibility was not great for him the night before or the morning of or whenever. I know that there was a spot that he was like in whiteout conditions or something like that.
Oh jeez. Yeah.
All just to get kicked in the face, right?
Yeah. Get kicked in the face by Arlen. So.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
man.
that was a fun match too. I think that was the first time, and Arlen being a Duluth guy and living up there, and that was really fun. Arlen got a great reaction. So seeing the hometown boy win there is always good for the crowd too.
Yeah, definitely. And I know he and Arlen and Bullet Bronson tag team once for Below Zero back at the Fergus Falls show for Rumble on the River against Stonehenge of all people. So they got that was a interesting match too for sure. So
Yeah,
yeah.
they wrestled there, and I think I guess the tensions of losing, caused them to wrestle each other, and that's what they were just kind of blaming each other about it, and they stepped in one-on-one. But yeah, they had the handicap match against Stonehenge, and I forget, was it a choke slam? I think is how he won that. He choke slammed one of them onto the other one, and so
Yeah.
Stonehenge is a powerful dude.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure that loss would either made both Bronson spiral or Arlen spiral and just to like a rage, and I'm sure they took it out at on that show for sure. So yeah, yeah. Jesse.
So any chance that you would bring below zero wrestling down to like Rochester or any other surrounding area if asked?
I, I'm not sure. I don't think so. Like you're talking like the cities are just not too far from outside the cities there with Rochester
Right.
and stuff. There's a ton of really good promotions out in that way. And it's
Yeah.
I it's not something I'd ever actively look at. At this point. I mean, there's how many promotions that every single weekend you can literally go find a good wrestling show down there, and
Right.
with a lot of talent and a lot of the talent that we use or that work with us, and so no, as of right now, there's no plans for that. Duluth was something that just kind of came about. There was never any plans really to go up there. It just happened. We have a couple debuts this coming year as well that we'll be announcing one of them pretty soon, probably this coming week. Again, that just happened.
Mhm.
And that's going to even be a farther drive than Duluth and a brand new state. So,
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. What's a good wrestling story that you have?
good wrestling story. So, I have a lot of them. I'd like to think I do, but my favorite one is probably one of my first wrestling memories. We went to a WWF house show here in Fargo at the Fargo Dome, and it might have been the first time they ever had wrestling there. I forget, but our tickets got screwed up, and so we actually got to go and sit like on like they gave us upgraded seats, so I got to go sit on the aisle, and I got to go down the locker room and meet Jimmy Hart, and he was Tugboat at the time, and Razor Ramon, and get autographs. And I remember meeting Razor Ramon. He was sitting on a payphone talking to someone and had his toothpick in, and he was just like insane. Like this guy is just oozing, like the Razor Ramon. I can't think of the word right now, whatever he used to call it, but and then in the entrance, Bret Hart, I got his glasses, and how he used to give those out and everything, and so it was a really fun moment that I could always remember, and really kind of started the my love for wrestling.
Yeah, definitely. And that would have been super cool to see Razor Ramon as a kid and just
Yeah.
meeting them and Bret Hart and everything. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It was fun. It was really fun. It was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get to see my first ever WWE show till was a yeah last summer. It was a SmackDown. I was like, my brother's like, we got to go to wrestling, we got to do this, and got tickets and everything, and I saw WWE for the first time, and that was also during the summer of Cena. So seeing John Cena for the first time, I'm like, that's John Cena. So yeah,
They're
really fun
fun.
event.
Yeah, they're a fun event to go to.
Yeah. And yeah, since then been to another SmackDown, a house show last December, and a couple AEW shows. So yeah, definitely another experience when you're going there. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, let's see. How is the Prairie Pest Control doing? I want to talk to people about that.
Yeah, Prairie Pest Control is my other baby. It's my shoot job, I guess you could say. It's it's it 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 it's fun. It's awesome. It's going really well. We're in a little bit of a slow period right now. January is always slow, but it allows me, that job allows me to do this job. And it's I mean, I love killing bugs. Pest control by day, wrestling by night, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you might have to get Sly Fox. He's kind of a bug sometimes.
Yeah, unfortunately, foxes are not considered a pest.
Yeah.
By North
That's true.
Dakota health officials, or so
Mm.
I looked into it. I looked into it
Oh,
to
yeah.
see if I could take care of foxes through prairie pest control, but instead I'm gonna leave it to my boys DeLorean and PD and the Mortons to handle that situation for me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Dang, foxes aren't pests, guys. Oh, man. Not the foxes.
Yeah.
Huh. Jesse?
So let's talk about the Royal Rumble for next Saturday. Who do you see winning it, and who do you see as the big surprise besides Cody Rhodes?
I'm going to be honest that I haven't watched as much in the last couple of weeks. I mean, obviously Cody could very well win that. I mean, I'd have to say that he's a pretty heavy favorite. Someone that I'd love to see is Sami Zayn. I think that storyline eventually, with him leaving the bloodline, I mean, it's going to happen. And whether it's to, wrestle Roman, or if it's back into a tag team with Kevin Owens, that'll be interesting. Outside of those two, I'm not, I guess technically there's been the small rumbling of, is The Rock going to show up? But I think they just say that all the time, especially with Roman. So I got to think that, if anyone is going to win, my money would be on Cody or Sammy. Kevin Owens, I guess, would probably be another one that has a chance for it. But like I said, I haven't been, I mean, I pay attention, but I haven't been watching a ton of it lately.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I mean, it's the Royal Rumble. It's my favorite pay-per-view of the year, whether I know what's going on or not. I love the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I still think that they should have just left Cody for a surprise instead of announced it, but they also want to get people hyped up, but like it would have been better to hype it up as he's there or something. But yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I understand why they did it. As a fan, it's like, oh, I wanted that return. I wanted that pop or everything. But to get eyes on the product, which isn't, I mean, it's the Royal Rumble. You're gonna have plenty of people watching it. But just to get eyes on that product, Cody's return that's big money. That's big money marketing, and they're fine in doing that. I think so. It'll still be great. I'll still pop for him when he comes out.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'll probably watch some parts of it and see what's going on. But yeah, the Royal Rumble always probably the best pay-per-view outside WrestleMania, of course, just to see old people return, and hopefully they got some good returns to come back and do it in the Rumble or something. So yeah, I still remember they posted it a couple days ago, but when Bubba Ray Dudley came back in 2015 for the Rumble, that was a huge surprise. So yeah.
That's sometimes my favorite part of the Rumble. It's not necessarily the match itself, because I mean the match is kind of whatever. It's about the return. It's about the surprises. So.
Yeah, definitely. Bullet Bronson says, does BZW plan on hitting states outside of North Dakota and Minnesota?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
But I can't. I mean, we may make that announcement this week. We have an announcement very soon about our an event coming up later this year, in a couple months. but where we're doing it at, they're ready to announce it, and we're just putting a few finishing touches on it. And but yeah, we will be making for sure one new state in 2023 and potentially 2 new states in 2023.
Oh, that's really cool. Facebook, Allie says I'm going to WrestleMania this year. Well, should be super cool to go there.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. You know, there's so much going on at WrestleMania. I mean, not even just WrestleMania itself. I mean, I think like GCW just announced like 11 matches, or not 11 matches, like 11 shows that they're doing in conjunction with a bunch of other people for WrestleMania. I mean, there's so many events that go around WrestleMania that even if you weren't going to WrestleMania, you could go to days upon days upon days of events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, is WrestleMania Access still a thing, or they do the early stuff for that?
You know what? I'm not 100% sure if they brought that back or not. I'm sure there's something like that, very similar, if not.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, J. Escobar on Facebook says I went to 95 wrestling matches when I went to WrestleMania New Orleans.
That's
Jeez.
crazy. That I mean, like that's an experience. Even without WrestleMania, that's an experience. Gotta give a shout out to Jay. He went to Survivor Series, I think. It was Survivor Series or SummerSlam. I can't remember now. Second row, camera side, wearing his BCW shirt. So
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he and Sly. I remember that.
yep, him and Sly went. I think it might have been SummerSlam. But all I know is that he had right front and center, while second row, but there he is. You can see him wearing his BZW shirt. I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely really cool. Yeah, I know. I did wear some merchandise. It was kind of caught on camera at an AEW show, but I was trying to show off my program hat and my Bully brand shirt, and you could like barely kind of see me right next to Starks as he running up the stairs, and I was like, I kind of got on TV with the Bully brand. So
there you go.
Yeah,
it's always cool. Try to find yourself.
Yeah. I was like, I got old. I think like after every single show, I'm like, I gotta check YouTube. Where am I? So it kind of so I should start wearing brighter colors or something to see myself. But
there you go. Just get like a neon orange shirt.
Just bright neon orange.
Yeah.
Coming like a neon orange tracksuit or something.
Yeah. Next time you guys get new t-shirts, just go with some neon color.
So yeah, sure. Oh, it's those indie talk guys. How do you know? They're neon freaking orange.
See them from a mile away.
Yeah, the brightest thing in the arena. So.
There you go.
And I've thought about bringing signs to shows, but I was like, I brought up one sign. I was like, I have to hold this. It's kind of difficult. So, but I was like, colors are probably.
I mean, you think about all the Raws back in the day and like Nitros and everything. Like I remember going to WCW here in town and sitting way up in the nosebleeds for one of them, but still bringing a sign. Like, I mean, everyone had signs, and you know, they don't do it.
Yeah, I was like, what happened to bringing signs to shows? I was like, you just like see that one random in the corner, and they kind of mention it during the show. So. Yeah. I guess maybe people are just using their phone half the time and holding up their phone, but I was like, come on, I gotta bring the signs back. But yeah. Where was it again? Oh yeah. Just want to give a quick shout out to your the other co-owner of Below Zero, Zach. I know he does a great considerable amount for Below Zero, and as shouting him out. Do you want to talk about Zach for a little bit and how you guys do these shows?
Yes, I mean BZW be nowhere without him. Zach's wonderful. He does so much stuff. I mean, behind the scenes, I guess you can say he doesn't necessarily do the podcasts or out in the ring or anything like that. But what he does is anything that you see at the events, production wise, music, graphics, like all that stuff. It's just he's wonderful at what he does, and we work well together because everything I do and everything he does is so different. And it's like we know our roles, we know where we're at. We get along very well. I mean, from the start, we've had very little issues or anything. And if they are, where we disagree on something,
I'm listening.
it's easy to, I don't know what happened there. Someone's listening. If we,
I guess my thing got activated.
but yeah, no, me and Zach, we have a really good working relationship, and it's something where we've grown, into, being able to put these events together and just know who's doing what and how we fit well with each other and where each other's strengths are and where our weaknesses. And like I said, I'm very fortunate to have him as a business partner with Blows Wrestling. And I will give him credit every single day of the week that he's a very, very important person at this company.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was super random. I was like, that's not Nick's voice. What happened? Yeah. It's been who else? I think it was when we had the summit on, they somehow activated that on my computer. I was like, why did it? I didn't even say anything. So yeah. Hey, you're the second one ever to do it, Nick. Making history tonight.
Yeah.
It's who's that one rapper on AEW? We're making history tonight, guys.
Max Caster.
Max he was a rapper that came out for randomly for a Keith Lee segment and Swerve Strickland. He was kind of there. I don't know why he was there.
Rick Ross, right? Yeah.
Rick Ross, that's right.
Yep.
Making history tonight, guys. Oh man. Yeah, I watched reviews on that, and yeah, that was kind of a weird segment, but yeah, production was bad, and someone got beat up, and Rick Ross just there kind of standing and commentating as they're fighting. So yeah.
I never saw that segment. Wednesdays are sometimes hard for me to watch AEW. I got other stuff going on.
Yeah. Oh, I watched the Jim Cornette version, so it was 100 better.
There you go.
The Jim Cornette soundtrack to it. So yeah. Robbie Rebel says, "Hey dude" on Facebook. So
how's it going?
Yeah, good old Robbie Rebel.
Yeah.
We had him on the show this January. Yeah, it was it was mid-December. So
yeah,
really yeah. All right, I'll let you go, Jesse.
Well, Jeryn, I really don't have any more questions, but there's a few birthdays that we should probably give some shout outs to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
yeah, do the other
Nick,
ones and then we'll do
happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Happy birthday to Nick.
Just gonna say.
Yeah, happy birthday, Nick. Hopefully, when we scheduled this, you said it's going to be my birthday podcast. I'm like, oh, it's double the celebration. So yeah, first ever birth podcast tonight. So
yeah.
There you go. Making history, like Rick Ross said.
We're making history tonight. Oh yeah. Well, and then it was Jesse Stowe from the 13 Cards Subject to Change podcast. It's his birthday today.
All right.
And then we got everyone's favorite video guy, Chavo, it's his birthday today too. A lot of great birthdays today. So,
Awesome. Happy birthday to them.
Yeah. Robbie Rebel says happy birthday. So there you go. Yeah. Yeah. Big birthday extravaganza with what does Chris Jericho say?
With the
the
bubbly.
with a little bit of the bubbly. There you go. So yeah. Oh man. Oh, go with a couple more quick, and then we'll do an outro. But Robbie Rebel says, any chances of me being a part of Below Zero Wrestling? Ooh.
We're always looking, always keeping our eyes open for new talent to be part of BZW as we grow. So, never say never.
Yeah. And oh shoot, Jason Draven on Instagram says happy birthday. So another one there.
Thank you.
Yeah. What was I gonna get? Actually, yeah, I wanna let's bring name association back for this show. So basically I just got names of guys you've worked with, and just want to see about hear about the first time you met them, or just what you think about them as a person. So first name we got is Goran Nikolov.
Great talent. First time I ever met him, it was quick. I mean, all of a sudden here he is, like he wrestles MAW the night before or the day before. He comes down, wrestles Gino, and really cool to have him on the event. Guys in like turned around, and all of a sudden, like there's this guy standing here just like in phenomenal shape, just like cut and muscles. He's like, hey, how's it going? I'm Gordon. I'm like, oh, hey, didn't even see you there, kind of thing. Like caught me off guard. So but no, really great guy to have part of the event.
Yeah. Valentina Loca.
Awesome person. We really enjoy having her around, and let's see, this is her third. Yeah, she'll be on for her third time here at Winter Slam. I just think there she was at Dia del Taco, then up in Duluth, and she's another person that I'm really excited to have be part of BZW.
Yeah. Gino Rivera.
Man, Gino, I love Gino. Me and him get along really well. The Frank Sinatra of the Spanish Mafia. So yeah, Gino's a great guy.
Yeah. Joseph Alexander and Daredevil Fury of the Summit.
Great dudes. Really enjoy having them apart. Really enjoy getting to know those guys, and can't wait to get them back.
Yeah. Sylvester J. Fox.
No comment.
No, no comment.
Sly, yeah. He's really an interesting character to have around BZW. I feel like I'll never be done with him. Let's just say that he's always going to be there no matter what's going on with Sly's guys.
Yeah. Jack Ledger.
Great talent, first champion, the face of BZW at the moment, has been carrying that title really well, and gonna have another main event match here coming up in a couple weeks.
Evil Sierra.
Yeah, she just, all of a sudden her evil's out, she came into BZW and really was kind of maybe changing her ways, and then Duluth comes around, and now she's evil, and her and Valentina are going to put on one hell of a match, I think, in a couple weeks.
Brandon Nitro.
Bang. I mean, is there anything else to say? I mean, that
Mhm.
bang.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was so funny seeing that match with him and Nikki Heat. They kept doing the bang off. I was like, this
Yeah.
is gold right here. So yeah, bang. This show is sponsored by Bang.
Mhm.
Yeah, there you go. And then one last name, a really important one for sure. Jason Strife.
Oh man, I had so much respect for that guy, and someone that I got to know, in the last year or whatever, when he had come to some of our events. Started off, he was at our first event as Yellow Dog, in a tag team match he tagged with DeLorean against Jamison McGregor and Nikki Sent. But as it went on, a lot of the talent that is part of BZW is there because of a guy like Jason Strife. And the last event that he was on, after his match, he came, kind of pulled me aside, and we talked for a little while, and just really like kind of hit that next step, where just like able to come and talk to him, and he let me know that I can go and ask him questions, and he's there to help and everything. And so, an amazing person from when I got to know him for that short amount of time, for those couple years. Um, a true, loss to the wrestling community for all of his friends and family and outside of wrestling. But Strife he was a really special talent, a really, really special talent.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, definitely. And yeah, fans, go back on the Indy Ties and go watch the year in review show. We did a small Jason Strife tribute on there, just talked about his stories that have said and what people think about. So be, if you guys are interested, go check that out. We talked a little about Jason Strife, and yeah, it was I believe the second time I saw him was at Below Zero in September last year, and him versus Mac with Sly Fox as the Yellow Dog character was really cool to see.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it was awesome to have him part of it. I mean, just as Jason Strife himself, and um, and Yellow Dog, and there was the match with Gino that was going to happen instead of um, Gino and him. We had to switch it up, and that would have been one match that, in the back of my head, I always was like, I want that match. Jason versus Gino would have been really fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Um, let's let me yeah, let's go with one more question here slash comment. Just run down the card for Below Zero Wrestling Winter Slam on February.
Yeah. So we have obviously Jack versus Bobby, for the BZW championship. Tag team match, NDS versus the Crucible. Sub-Zero championship, Kyle Pro versus Brandon Nitro. The AIWF Cruiserweight Championship, Gino versus Samuel Del Sol or Callisto. We also have a triple threat, Joey Avalon versus Rampage versus Dango. We have the Slies guys versus Ricky Morton, Kerry Morton, DeLorean Diggs, and Petey Brown. And then Valentina versus Sierra. I think. Am I missing anything there? I think I got all of them. I think that's everything. We're gonna have meet and greets. We're gonna have the seminar. It's a wonderful event that we're partnering, or we have it going for a really great cause too. Landon's Light. The Landon's Light Foundation is a foundation here in Fargo that helps families and kids that are going through, um, you know, cancer or other medical issues. And so part of our proceeds are going to be going to that. We're going to have a silent auction with a lot of things. We have a few pretty big things that are going to be up for silent auction. So it's going to be an amazing, not just because of wrestling, but because of being able to give back to an organization like that does so much in this community. And then I want to pack the place. I want to have to shut the doors at the sanctuary where they tell me I'm not allowed to have another person come through the door. That's my plan. I got 2 weeks to do that, and we're on our way.
Mhm. Yeah, there you go. All right. Yeah, definitely stat card, lots of action. The three former the three big time stars, and I'll be there. It should be a great fun show to witness and just be at the sanctuary. So
Yeah. February 5th. It's gonna be awesome. So
Yeah, definitely. All right. Yeah, I think that's all we got.
Yeah.
Jesse, you want to go with the closing?
Well, Nick, it was fun to have you on again, and hopefully here in a few months we'll be able to get you back on.
yeah, definitely. I appreciate you guys having me on whenever we get a chance, and always fun to talk wrestling and talk about Below Zero and what's going on. And by next time maybe I'll have a hat for Jeryn so you can stop wearing that program hat every time.
Look at this, man. Get with the program, guys.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll take a hat too, maybe. I don't know. No.
I gotta get some. I need to get some hats.
Yeah. I got I saw a lot of Below Zero merchandise that you guys have, so I gotta check that out sometimes. So
yeah.
But thank you again, Nick. And I can't wait to see you at the show, and just in general, thank you again, and we'll see you in the future.
Yes, thanks again, guys. Have a great rest of the night.
Yep, you too.
You too, Nick. And fans, we're gonna sign out now. All right, almost there.